All right. We are back on some City Skylines. It is Sunday, and that's why we are here, because this is the greatest game to play on a Sunday afternoon. It is actually noon, and it will be afternoon in about probably 45 seconds here. So, hey, that's what it's all about, right? We're going to have some fun in the 45 second afternoon of the day, Sunday. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a dummy. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're having a good old time here. Let me get a sip. And a rip. No, I'm just kidding. I don't need none of that. In fact, I might actually be thinking about taking my hands off of the old peace pipe for a couple of weeks here, because I am applying for some jobs. I am a little tired of my current job, and I think it's time for me to get over all the crap that is just making me a terrible person in life, and try to move on with my life and do the things that I want to do. And I don't mean really I'd be a terrible person. I have, depression and stuff like that. I talk about it on X sometimes. So if you go in there, you'll see these things. And, that's just, things that are in my life. But like I said, I want to get over this. I want to get away from this crap in my life, so to speak. And so I am on a journey to move on to the next goal in my life, and that is finding a new job for the current time being, and then using that job to build up towards my next goal after that, which is owning my own business and doing my thing, which is having a collectibles / cards / video games / comic books type of shop. That kind of typical nerd store that, guys like me just always want to have. And one of these days that is my goal, and that's why I'm moving on. I gotta move on point now, where I'm just gonna be like stepping it up. And hey, David, welcome. And so I've applied to one place so far that I really want to try to get a job at, and that's this company called Outlier. They're a large construction company in the Valley. And it's going to take a lot of self-control from myself, though, because, I have just a lot of stuff I got to deal with in my life. And that's, oh, what's going on? Oh, it's saving. And it's time for me to move on, and I have to figure out self-control, I guess. Anyway, today we are back in Foosha. It's been a while. I've been here, haven't been here in probably about a month or so. And we are in super desperate need of a business zone, if you cannot see from the graph below. With that graph down there, that's why I decided to go over here and look at some stuff, because one of our last videos we were here, we totally built this super amazing, absolutely amazing, just area here for our people in their times of familial afterlife needs, so to speak, graveyard. And we went through this. It was, I think, one of my favorite ones that I've built so far. It's got a couple different options for people here. We've got crematoriums. We've got, actually, this one does cryogenic freezing, I believe. And then we have a regular, just straight up cemetery. We did these bushes to make it look like, people are getting their little spots out there in those areas and such. So I super enjoyed it. So when I came up with a thing to work on our next business section, I thought to myself, some people are going to want to do a thing where they're going to want to step away from this and want to try to liven up the mood a little bit and step away and stuff like that. So I think that our next step is to make a business area here, and not just here, but like both of these little spots right here, because this hill that we made kind of around the same time, and we decorated all this, throw all these trees in. I actually enlarged it right before the video here. I made it a little bit taller, kind of where I wanted it to be. I want to include this in a kind of a park setting and stuff like that. Make that into these businesses and kind of work it in and go across over to here towards Umber Flats and stuff like that. So In fact, Umber Flats needs, pardon me, Umber Flats needs some work. It is looking really, I mean, it's a housing zone, so that's why it doesn't really have a lot, because there is no need for housing. But there's some spots where I think we should fill in with, at least like in here next to the roads, with trees, maybe some fencing, things like that, to make it look good. So we're going to kind of try to get into both things today. It was when I started working on this, it worked me over here towards this, because I was like kind of decorating, throwing in trees and making stuff look good. So hopefully we can kind of do that today with Umber Flats, make that happen. But first of all, what we're going to do is just lay down a couple of streets. There we go. And thank you, David. Like, I'm hoping that the job that I applied for today, it's one of two places that I would prefer to work at. One of them, not so much really, but that one for sure. I mean, you probably don't follow me on X, but on X I posted up a picture of where I applied to, and it's seriously probably the number one on my list of where I would like to work. Oh, I did not make that far enough over. And that's because a lot of the people I've met there at that business are super awesome, just really great people. And, oh good, that worked. Super awesome, great people. And they, it seems like they have a great appreciation for the employees that work there. So I really want to take that step towards working for a company that will appreciate me for, you know, the effort I put forward to the company and what the company desires and needs, for that matter. So instead of pretending that I'm expendable and you know, not paying attention to the fact that I can't afford to continue working there, especially if I'm expected to work out of the city I live in, and I can't, you know, at times pay for gas and groceries for myself and things like that when I need to go out there, and that makes it so difficult. So these are the things that have driven me to make this decision, and hopefully things work out in the long run. I have a further goal, though. Like I said, I want to have my comics shop type of thing going on later on in life, and video games, cards, all that stuff. But that's, you know, that's something that's like I've been planning on forever, been wanting to do forever, but have realized that if I don't make the next step in my life, hey Tim, welcome. If I don't make that next step in my life, I'm not going to get there, and it's time to make that step. So let's upgrade our road up the center there, because as you can see, it has zoning on it. That was the whole bug that has not been fixed in this game yet. I really wish that the people that have created this would just pay attention to one or two of my videos, see that bug, and be like, ah, crap, we're gonna fix it. Quit drinking. Yeah, you know, that's probably a thing. Yeah, you're not wrong. I won't say you're wrong there, but it's definitely not going to happen right now. I'll say that. Just right now, it ain't going to happen. And I drink cheap whiskey. I drink friggin' $8. These bottles, let me dig one out here. These bottles cost $8 for that whiskey. I should be able to afford $8 every couple of days or so to have a glass of whiskey or two after work, right? But that's the thing, like $8 for that bottle, versus, you know, the fact that I also, on top of that, can't afford to buy the necessary items I need for my life. The thing is where I live, what I make from my boss does not pay me enough to live, especially with the way the economy's been. And I'm not going to blame one person or the other, or say one person's saving it versus the other either. Like I said, I've always tried to stay out of politics. We all know this. So it's just that at the current moment in my life, I need those fixes or whatever. I just need something different, and I think it's time for me to take that step forward with how much I make in my life to making sure that I make proper amount, and doing what I need to do do that. So I'm gonna move these roads in. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I kind of want that versus that right there, because that right there, it moves it straight forward. Oh, those are kind of cool looking like that. I could put little areas. I'm gonna do that. It doesn't keep the, like, a stoplight type of thing. I mean, I don't keep any stoplights in here, but it doesn't keep them so close, the little intersections, so. Where is, nope, we've been playing the other version so long, I've gotten lost. There we go. Oh, man. Alright. And now I'm lost. Where did I go? Oh, I zoomed out and back in. There we go. Back over here. This is where I want to be. I want to take these out really quick and just make sure they're not there. Just to be safe, on the safe side. So now we've got our areas here. I think these are absolutely awesome. I have some really good plans here for this. Check this out. First of all, this whole upper area, I want to continue on with taking the greenery from this side and bringing it over. So we're going to start off with placing a bunch of trees. Well, actually, you know what? Before we place the trees, let's go ahead. I screwed up. I placed all the trees and everything the first time, and then I placed all my paths in my test. Sorry. In my test build. And then I placed the paths down and had to replace trees and some rocks and bushes and stuff like that. So we're going to place the paths first. In fact, before I do that, I want to replace that street. That is one thing I forgot to do. So we're going to take our small roads, upgrade. I know you can't upgrade to that type because you're a weirdo. So that's what it thinks we're on right now. But I want to go to, nope, sorry. There we go, that one. And hopefully, this might not work. Nope, it's not going to. I knew it, I knew it. This side, I went the other direction. There we go. Really? I went backwards there, huh? There we go. They fixed that bug at least. One of the bugs is fixed. That's cool. That's cool. Good for them. Good for them. They fixed a bug. That's appreciated. To be honest, that is super actually appreciated, because having to go through like the whole thing with the roads, like go back and change it to this type just to change it back to this type, is kind of a pain in the butt. So that's good. That's good. I like that. All right. So I want the pathways through here and stuff, but one thing I was kind of considering, and I didn't really do it before, I just made it regular park, but I also am considering doing this as a city park, and we can do that with a small park main gate over here. Shiitake. Okay, I have to put some zoning back in really quick. Hold on. That, if I'm going to do it with that, I have to have some zoning there. So, upgrade. Ooh, right there, and then on this far side, right there. Okay. That's all I need to do. Because the fencing will at least get rid of the stuff I don't want. So, like I said, before, in my test build, all I did was I did a regular, like, it had some pathways and stuff like that. I've got this really cool pathway I'm going to build. And, but I think I want to make it something that I can actually make some money off of. So I want to put in the small main gate. Let's do that. especially being that it's all the way over here. I mean, we don't have much. It's going to be a business zone. Might as well use it to make a little bit. Here, oh, a little bit far there. Too far. All right, let's clean this up. I'll tell you what, though, one thing about my job search that I am actually happy about, I do have some really good references as far as outside of the business I work for. So I have people from other businesses that we have subcontracted for and things like that. Hey, Chris, welcome. We have there's businesses that we have subcontracted under and stuff like that, that I have people I know there that I've built a relationship with, and I'm very happy about those relationships. And I was able to contact some of them and be like, hey, can I use you as a reference? And they were like, yeah, not a problem. We have no issue with using you as or being a reference for you. So I'm happy about that. All right, let's see, freeform. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off all of these. I just prefer doing the trails like this. I want to go out just a little bit and then bring it in. This is going to be our main trail, so I want to follow this. It's going to make our hillside look weird, but don't worry, we'll fix that. Oh, that sucks. It went so far. Okay, hold on. I have to work with this elevation step, or else it's going to get really funky here. Awesome. Let's go here. Oh, don't connect to that street over there. Oh, that worked out so much better than the first time I ever did it. Maybe it's because I screwed around with it so much the last time, but that worked out so good. That is perfect. Oh, I love it. Oh, okay. We're going to get some decorations around that and everything too, so don't worry about that. I'm wondering, though, I don't think I can put in any more side gates. It would be cool if I could, but the one thing about these trails is that they do this, like, they move the land around, and they don't... There we go, I want to do that. That's perfect. Like, see how the land has kind of gotten, like, more stiff? Like, doing this part was perfect, but this part was a little bit rougher, so we're going to try to smooth this out, use some of these other areas. This here, though, I think I'm going to change it up just slightly. Yeah, like that. I just want a little bit more room right there to work with. So you see that, how it like changes everything. It kind of is annoying, but a little less of a turn on that side there. Oh, if you follow me on X, by the way, I posted up some pictures of this cinnamon, it's like a cinnamon churro banana bread that I made, and it is so-freaking-lutely amazing. I will post the link for the where I got the recipe on my X account, and I will also post it in Discord. It is, oh my gosh, the best damn banana bread. Getting harder to find sometimes. Sometimes it is. You got to have those skills and stuff, and sometimes, which I'm glad I have, because I've been working construction for so many years. So we're in my area, construction is a heavily needed industry, so I can easily find something, I'm sure, but depending on your skills, you know, to where you live, that stuff changes. So I get that. You're playing the game yourself, I don't blame you. Oh, I gotta get a stretch on. Yeah, so I'll post up. I will try to, in fact, you know what I'll do is while I'm thinking about it, so I don't forget. My brother and I were texting each other. He's texted me something and it doesn't make sense to me right now. I'll read it later. Let's see. I watched the video like probably a million times as I was making my banana bread, right? And I was watching this video of the person making it, and then as I'm watching it, hold on, I gotta find it. I'm also like looking in the comment, because he has the recipe pinned in the comments, in the first comment. And so the recipe, the video, I sat there just looking at it a bazillion times, and I made the bread is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. My bananas that I used had like a lot of brown spots versus the bananas he used. They didn't have a lot of brown spots. So I'm gonna copy the link here and go to Discord, because I know that more of you are on my Discord than my X account. So general, Fallout, lobby, 3 peppers. Let's put it in general. Here's a great banana bread recipe, and then I'll put the link in there. So if you want to check that out, seriously, absolutely the best banana bread I've ever had in my damn life. Yeah, absolutely. Best banana bread ever. Come on. Nope. Click, paste. There you go. Post Malone it. Okay, so now that we've got our little area set up here, I've got that super sweet bridge put across there. That's really the one thing I wanted out of that, like, was to have that bridge. I just really, really wanted that there. I thought it looked cool, having the little hillsides that came off of over here, right? Like, this used to be a little hill over here, then they built the roads or whatever, and their tracks and such. I just felt that that was a necessary evil, once again, to put another bridge in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bridges. Well, 6 if you count that, but it's just the bridge burrows. Had an emergency cup. Oh, see you later, man. Hope that's not anything too crazy. Alright, seriously, that banana bread, oh my gosh, so damn good. So good. Oh, man. Alright, that little cliff thing right there, I don't like it. Look at the bench. It's like sitting on it. And it looks terrible. Terrible. So, what if we come from this direction? And it still wants to do that. Man. Let's get rid of that. I think the best bet is to do this. And it still does it. It still freaking does it. Well, We'll call that the bench of the brave then. I can't. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. That is just, maybe I didn't have it before. There's gotta be a way to get rid of this. There's gotta be a way. And it still. Let's try not touching anything. And it gave it a little cliff. Hold on. We'll look at it in a second here. And then we got a bench over here. Shit. Okay, a slight... I can't say that's better. I really can't. I don't understand why this wants to piss me off. The one way I can think of to fix this, though, is to do this with the original... Like, check this out. If you use this path, it forms... See that? It actually forms to what we want it to do. This side, I have no issues. Look at that's even with that little bit of a like thing there. It's not that bad. All right, so maybe it's the only thing I hate about that, about the paths from this. And the other one looks stupid, like combined with it. So let's keep the path a little higher, maybe. So close to the road, and then it's still. Hold on. Bye-bye. I mean, if that's how I get it to work, that's how we're gonna get it to work. So... that's what we're going with. That's what we are going with. Alright. I've got something in my hand today. I don't think anybody's ever seen me drink on this channel. A bottle of water. But I figure if I'm going to start, I got to start being a little smarter about stuff, you know. If I'm going to drink this early in the day, instead of waiting till the afternoon. I mean, it's the weekend. Don't get me wrong. I don't do this all the time. I just, you know, my Saturdays, my Sundays, I start a little earlier. But I should start drinking more water. For every, like, little bit I have of that, I should have like a bottle of water, I think. You know? Be smart. It'd be smart. Alright, let's, we're gonna need power, huh? Alright, well, we want to go back over here to our parks. Let's get our fencing set up. Boom, doom, doom, boom, 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 boom. I'm looking at this like we could... I think what I'm going to do is just go so far right now with this. Actually, I'm not going to even put that in yet. Let's start off with building this fencing first. And at this point where it starts to turn, I think we need to start to turn a little bit. And follow the road. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. That's perfect. I like it. Okay, and then hopefully Perfect. We can go right under the bridge. So now the park is able to get totally separated and sealed off from anybody trying to sneak in and not pay their dues to get into the park. Perfection. Alright, now this side. We got the small gate here. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, so let's get that in, and then we'll do basically the same thing over here. We'll get this. What the fuck? Why does it always happen to me? Why does this shit always happen to me? All I want is for the game to like look cool and work, and it does this. Do 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 do. Why? Just make it over. That's all I'm asking. Alright, we'll go a little higher then. Is that okay? Ah, holy capoly cannoli. Alright, now we gotta fix this. What the heck happened here? This is baloney. I must have just been too close to one or the other. I don't know. Alright, at least it went back in place pretty much exactly how I had it. I mean, there's a tiny bit of some wonkiness right there, but I'm just going to ignore that for the moment. We'll hide it with a tree or something. Go like this. There we go. No need to worry about it anymore. Okay. So, we've got the basis of the park here. We've got our entrances. I seriously almost think I need 2 more entrances, though. If it'll let me. Let's find out. No, that's not what I'm trying to do here. What's going on? Oh, it is on upgrade. And then we find the side gates. And it lets us put them in. Okay. this is going to change how that goes in, and it's, watch it screw everything up. Oh, it's gonna piss me off. What if we tried curved? Alright. It worked out. That worked out. Nice. Okay. One more trail. There we go. Alright. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's get rid of this now. Oh, we gotta add these fences back in. Hold on. Why? Well, it works. I mean, if that gets me around the little weird hump in the road, forget about it. We got this. Okay. Let's get this knocked out really quick and throw in our side gate. Go back to this. Curved. It is not happy with that. Back to freeform. How about we just start over then? Sound good? Sounds good. Are you serious right now? This has got to be the most complicated bullshit. It just always sucks where, like, the benches land with this shit. Like this right here. Right there, there's a bench just sticking out of the hillside, and it's so annoying. Like, otherwise, the trail is perfectly fine. People can walk up and down a trail like that any day. But that freaking bench right there. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore the bench. There's nothing else I can do about it, to be honest. I mean, I could try again, but you sit here and you go crazy over that stuff, and you can't do that sometimes, so. Alright, that's actually perfectly great. Okay. We got our side gates in. There's 3 of them. I got our main gate in, which is, it looks like a side gate, but it's a main gate, so it can make the money. Yeah. I think that's really good. I love having this bridge go between the 2 of them, so. Let's go ahead, and it's not going to be like the most craziest park here, but we're going to go ahead and throw in, plaza. I want to be as tight as possible in there. Really? It's Oh my gosh. I'm like coming off of this lower one, and that's what it wants to do. Alright, that's slightly more acceptable, but not necessarily what I was thinking. It's really the only place for it. Everywhere else is seriously a lot more of an hilly angle. Cafe, probably not going to fit in really too many places here. The info booth, we could see if it'll fit over here somewhere. That's not too, ooh, well, it's not too bad, but nobody's gonna be sitting on those tables in the front, so let's see if it'll fit in here. It looks like it might. There we go. And put a couple of trees behind it. It'll be perfectly fine. Restrooms. Off the road like that. Across from the info booth seems like a legitimate spot for those ones. Let's go ahead and place another set over here. That's definitely not fitting anywhere without causing a ruckus. I don't have that, don't need that. Gazebos. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. Alright, we got plenty of gazebos in there now. Plenty of them. This won't fit anywhere. Well, maybe. I think it's going to be an issue. To be honest, it's going to be an issue. We'll find out. Oh, the game's saving. We'll find out right now. Let's find out. Will you sit where I want you to? Yeah, see, look at the teeter-totters. Like, kids are not going to play on those teeter-totters. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try it this direction. Okay, that's actually not as bad. Except for some reason those teeter-totters are still really high. No, there's just something about that just doesn't, like, look right. I can't do it. No, we don't have space for that. Throw, like, a little spot in over here. And a little spot over here. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. And then one of these on this side. Alright, now let's go ahead and go to decorations and find some trees. Because this park does not have any of the proper trees in it and we need to fill it up. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's get a couple of these in. And after we get a couple of them, I think I want to grab some of these cottonwoods. We've been placing them around this valley too, so they just fit in, they look nice. I like them. They're not my favorite tree, but I like them. All having electrical and plumbing issues. Turds. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our plumbing. Da-na. Da-da-da-da. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't give a snot. Okay, this little area, I'll probably be a little more conscious of it being perfect, so. Alright, there we go. Cool. Cool. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Power is the next obvious issue here. I don't want to destroy my cool landscape with anything, like, more than I already have there. Like, I have those power lines going through there, and that's even more than I wanted. So we're gonna leave it alone for now, but what I think will work out for the moment, we'll do this. We'll take off of this side here, and we'll just hide. Yeah, we'll hide that by doing this. Like, I could run down the side of the road, but I don't want to see it. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really bug me, but it's just gonna bug me more than anything else. And it costs less. It's just that, like, there you go. There we can get power now going up there. It should spread and make its way through. Maybe not all the way across, at least through that first side. But once we start doing this, like I said, this is our little business area we're creating. And we have a need for industrial. We'll throw some offices in. I want to grab the sidewalk cafe, right? Or is it the restaurant? The restaurant's the bigger one. It's the cafe. Have that there, and then there. Good, they're different buildings. Wanted to make sure of that. So one cool thing about the sidewalk cafe is it has the sidewalk going through it, and it'll attach both sides in an area like that, or you can like run off of it, things like that. So I love using that one. Same with the bigger one. Like if I was to have used the bigger one, the sidewalk restaurant, let's go ahead and pop that in here real quick. You can see. In fact, we'll find a good spot for it where it can stay. Right there is probably good. But once again, you can see it has the sidewalk around it. The sidewalk attaches to the sidewalks on this road here. Now we can take our tools. Go find the sidewalks. There we go. grab that, and bam. We've got a sidewalk that runs all the way over, and at the same time now we can take and put buildings in on these areas, do whatever we need to with them. So I like that about these little restaurants and stuff like that. This spot here, like, it's 2 little bricks. I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I think I might put some trees or whatever right there, just make it look good. So let's go ahead, go back into parks. In parks here, we can grab I want to get, like, transport industry, 10th anniversary. There's the balloon tours would be cool, but I think I need to put those in a different spot, like, kind of out of the way. Let's do this 10th anniversary one if it'll fit. Nope, it won't fit. Okay, I guess not. I was just trying to think of like a larger park. I was playing around with one of these little ones down here, but let's see, we got the dog park also. Where is that? There it is. Dog park wouldn't be a bad idea. Just kind of out of the way. We got the restaurants. What if we put in the tourist park down on this area over here? Like that. I like that. Now, one of the reasons I was choosing this is because depending on the style, you can also still do stuff like that. So even though there's like a booth right there, it still looks like the park is connected. That they're just having a little festival for the day. People can walk around or whatever, you know. That's why there's 2 little paths here. So I like that style. I like that one there. We could always change it up too, but like, let's go ahead and see what the other ones are. That one works out to kind of allow more of a walkway right there, which isn't that bad. Actually, it's not that bad. Kind of like that. 2 allows just 1 little shop in there. That's pretty good too. But now we got the trees kind of going across. I mean, that happens with all of them, I believe. And then 3 is the little swap meet. I kind of like 1 though the best. Got a couple little shops. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. Or 2, I mean, whatever it is. Whatever that one was, we'll go with that. I like that. Now, let's not worry about the power there. Let's go ahead. Actually, there's 2 spots I want to just throw some trees down and be like this. Okay, that's perfect. I just wanted a couple of trees in those little spots there so they weren't bare between the little restaurants. Now, let's go ahead. It's going to have these bare spots everywhere, but I would rather them open up and show me where they are, kind of like over here first, a number of flats, and then we'll start our decorating and process and everything like that. So let's start off with laying down. This is all going to be high-rise, by the way. Start off laying down office zone. Oh, I see. Shiitake. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. Let's make some office areas. I don't want to go across the walkway there. Did we build a financial district already? I think we did over here, right? Yeah, okay. So we got offices popping up. Now we need business. We could do a little bit more office, I guess. Like here. Let's go select. Yeah. Close. Go like that. Now let's do the rest of it with the high density commercial. Son of a gun. Commercial. We're not going to have a lot of fill-in on this side, I guess. Okay, well, let's go speed this up. Let them do their thing here. Because, like I said, I kind of want to start filling in and making all these areas look really good. So, let's go ahead and start across the street over letting that fill up. And just start putting in some trees. Thank you. I wanted a tree right there where you put it. Perfect. Thank you. There's buildings obviously missing. Like I said, this is residential zone, so I believe it is. So a little in there. Should have probably turned it up a little bit on the intensity for this one. This tree is just like, it doesn't really lay down as well as some of the others for some reason. Alright, let's see. My mom's dog is barking his head off like crazy for some reason. I have no idea why. My dogs are totally quiet, so can't be that big of a deal. Okay, power to the people. This is probably pretty full at this point. Throw some grass in, some bushes, things like that that would normally grow in these areas. It's amazing. I could just completely name all the music. Not name, but sing along with. Let me get rid of that. I think it's not necessary anymore. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Throw some stuff in there. In fact, I want to, for fun, use that blank area that I'm looking at right now and see if... Oh, snap. Rocks. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, I And then we need to put some of these smaller ones around. Alright. Nice. Okay, that makes it look really good over here. We got this big old rock. It's kind of a spot to just chill right next to the children's whatever there, behind the school. The school's already been like fenced off, so it fit in perfectly. I'm actually pretty happy about that. It's just a spot that was blank and we used it. Okay, cool. I like that. We made this look good, honestly. Like, this looks really good in here now. There's a lot of trees. We got the rocks over there. Before, this was just a bunch of blank grass, and I wasn't that happy with it. So, Umber Flats looks freaking awesome. We're going to be happy with that and move on. We'll come back over here to Lafayette Meadows. This should actually be, the whole area should be something like that. It really isn't a meadow, is it? It's more of a little hill. Lafayette Hill. Lafayette Hill. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and do a couple more things here. I just wanted to add in some walkways, if it'll let me. Stuff like that. Not up to there, obviously. Down there was good. Over there should be good. Let's go ahead and use this space here. Don't do that. Nope, don't like that. I was hoping to not have to, like, do that, but whatever. Alright, never mind. I built this little building. It's all, oh yeah, we got the most power. Screw you all. Alright, I think right here is a good spot that we can do a little bit of the tree work and bushes and such. Oops, let's get in there a little tighter. There we go. And fill this in with some more trees. This would probably be a spot people would chill and eat little picnics and stuff. This would be a nice little shady area filled with trees. Looking snazzy. Let's fill in over here too, since we can. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Okay, okay. Looking good over here now. Oh, it didn't give me that third one I wanted. Oh well. I think that's good. Back up for now. Let that. Oh, that's actually building up pretty quick. Let that do its thing. Umber Flats looks great now that we filled it all in. And Lafayette Meadows, whatever. It's probably not going to name. Yeah, 250. Like, look at that. Over 250 now. Like, 250,000 people in this city. And we still have so much more room to build. Oh, we get a stretch on. I need a coffee. Holy shit. My mother just couldn't wait. I get that. I completely get that. Oh man, that's funny. All right. So, we just kind of finished up getting most of our decorations. We'll probably come through here and put a little bit more in if we can, if we need to. But we pretty much decorated all of Umber Flats there. We've got everything set up in Lafayette Meadows. We got the park going. The park went a little quicker than I thought just because I'd already done it before. You know, when you do it in a test build, you're like, oh, will this work? Will this work? And you always mess around a little bit more, but having already done most things, I was just like, oh, plop, plop, plop. So, yeah, just now past that. 250,000. Let's back this up. Let's get a as best of a view of this as we can. I mean, where can we see most of our buildings? Like, it's so hard to get it all to fit in. There we go. That's everything in the city in one shot right there. If I could get my face out of the way, I'd take a screenshot. It'll screenshot my face. Watch. I don't want to do it, but seriously, it's massive. It is absolutely massive. I mean, the goal here is to reach 1 million. It's still, in my opinion, still in my grasp. We just have to keep working on this. And allowing it to grow and everything. But this is just huge. It's enormous. This is honestly just phenomenally massive. $250,000. I mean, you got to think, LA has like a few million people in it. That's a pretty huge ass city, so. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, our next step is to kind of get this stuff combined over here and connected and working together. It's more or less just some busy work, to be honest. It's going to be happening. One thing I'd like to do is take the time to take this busy work that I have going on. So basically, it's like taking this road, coming off of this road. Let's get back over here. Let's actually get our everything turned back onto normal settings here. We've got stuff to mess with there. What in the world? Oh, I must have tracks into there or something. So again, like I was saying, this is kind of more of a busy work type of thing that's going to be happening with this next segment here. More or less just kind of connecting the dots, making the city have more area, laying down some streets, being able to work with things that we can, you know, take and turn into a number of different stuff. So in fact, I think I did that opposite last time when I was kind of messing around with this. I used the bigger side up here. Anyway, because I wanted to come off of this street, and it wasn't exactly like that, but that should be fine. And then this, I wanted to go out like that. The one thing is, though, is this street, I think I want to bring out like that, and just kind of have an intermediary area that people can drive back and forth through there. I didn't do that in the test build. It was just these two streets, so they had to basically like drive around. But I want to do that, and I think what we'll do is we'll bring in, I'm going to leave that the way it is. We'll bring in, like a tram or something like that. Like, what did I do? I had a bus line running through here, but I thought I had some trams or something like that through here. Maybe I was thinking of somewhere else. I must be thinking of somewhere else. I mean, we can always start a new tram line. That wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest. Let's see. How long? We are in episode 50... Episode 55, so that's 55 weeks of playing, if we were to only be playing this. Then include the other city, so let's not think about the other city, which has somewhere around 50-something weeks of its own, maybe 60 weeks now. So, quite a while. Quite a while. Nah, don't do that. Oh, it's saving. Why is it going slow? Oh, it's saving. One of those things. Now, I want... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think this is dead center right here. One and one, and one and one. Oh, cool, it was. Awesome. I got it right in the right spot. Nice. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. I do want an exit here, like that. Pause. I got to fix that frickin' road. It's going to screw up my neighborhood behind it. Upgrade. And I don't want that to happen. Why? I must be on the 6th lane road. It's gotta be, because look at the 6th lane road there. Okay, it's gotta be. So many spots that are just needing this stupid bug freaking dealt with. Okay, let's, do this. I didn't think there'd be anything on that side. Let's double check this side though, because there's a small chance of it. Okay, looks good. It's been a long time, to be honest. It has been a long time. I mean, a long time. We started, this was the original start over here. Was this area. This was our original, this little spot right here, kind of Broad, Vermont, and the industrial area there. Using up the train tracks and stuff like that. And they're like, I've added in tons of train track now, all the monorail there. So that was way after the fact. Like that got added in like later on, you know, upgrading those areas. So, but that was the original area to Foosha there, right there. Our very first episode was building this area up. So it's come a long way from these little neighborhoods to where it is now. So, all right, we got our building blocks in right there. We'll come back and we'll work on the, you know, the stuff that it's got to go with. One of the cool things is like that I like about this is it's not necessarily connected into this business zone right here, but you can come out and turn and get on here and follow this. I had this slight, I think this went the other direction last time, but like I said, I think I had the more wider areas up top. Anyway, regardless, and you could take this all the way through and get over here into Cypress Flats where it's all homes again and stuff like that. So you kind of get to pass through, you know, a couple of cool areas that are all housing, but they're slightly different in each one, you know what I mean? Like Cypress Flats has its own little feel to it with the road going over it. And then you've got the train track going through, the greenway, and you've got this little area. There's some businesses off here to this side. And then you just this will be more homes and stuff like that. And then over here, the goal of this side is to take this, and we're going to work towards our industrial zone over there. So one of the things that I had come up with, and this will be part of our building blocks part here, where we're just kind of getting stuff ready for our next setup here, is I came off of here. Let's see. I want to make sure this comes out right. So this will all be industrial through here. So let's go ahead and use that road straight. We'll turn our zoning on unless we don't need it. Alright, I'm gonna lay that out, then I'm gonna take some of that off. Hang on a second here. I'm gonna have to fix the power lines there when I get this set up properly here. I'm so glad nothing built right there. It was kind of nice. Okay, cool. That worked out. That actually worked out. Okay, now what I want to do is take this. This one actually, I should have done more of this road on. Because this is going to be more office spaces with like maybe the tiniest bit of business in it. But it will be office space. Mostly. And then that's the idea of connecting it together like this, what I'm about to do here. I want the thing to look just right. You know, let's try straight really fast. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And let's go freeform at this point and bring it up here. Oh, snap. Shoot. What did I do about that last time? I must have done this. I must have just went down. Bring it up, and then we'll attach it in. Oh, that's not too bad. All right, that's actually not too bad. I think the last time I must have done something similar to that. It came up like that, but I just don't remember having to go underneath that when I did it before. Whatever. Maybe I was just too interested in the other things I was doing at the time. So now this side, it's gonna be freeform along the freeway here. Let's find a good spot that doesn't have anything attached to it. The freeway doesn't like me anymore. It's not attaching to anything on the freeway. Please, is there anything I can do to get you to attach to something on the dang freeway? There we go. Beautiful. Oh wait, no, I remember what I did. I just stopped it a second early and then went straight in like that. There we go. Nice. All right, so this allows these areas to be connected through just the tunnel here without having to backtrack or go further around this way, things like that. Like this is just connecting these two inner areas. Like I said, this is going to have offices. So let's go ahead and finish up just kind of placing the bones of the roads over here. Don't. I'm gonna have to find a new radio station for next Sunday because this one is just like dead stuck in my head, I swear. I'll never get rid of this music again. If I was a person that made music, like I was a DJ, I'd totally like take these tracks and do something with them. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. Okay. So that should be good for this side. That'll work out when I need to start adding in. I mean, obviously I have a huge need for industrial. That's why I'm getting this direction going. It's part of what led me here. We're not going to put anything here for industrial, or I mean housing and stuff yet. But it's what led me to this direction here is because of this incredible need that I kept having for industrial and, you know, office space and stuff like that. So this side, let's get these regular roads laid down. These are just going to be offices and stuff like that. I want to get them as tight as I can to the outer roads there. Ooh. Did that just a little too far. There we go. And I think I want to go with which way was working. Oh, I guess they're both gonna give me trouble. All right, do that and that. There we go. That's what I was... Okay. That's close to what I had last time. I like that. That'll work. I do, however, want to go a little bit further up and then do that. Oh, good, it did it proper. Last time it gave me this weird, like, the curve was so odd when I did it in my test build, and I went through it like probably 6 times and kind of just went with the odd curve. That one's way better, so I like that. That'll stick. And then this little spot, I really haven't come up with any good ideas for it yet, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure. One thing I was considering, let's go in here, I think. And I don't know if I can use it. I think I might have already used the building, and that is... It's going to be down here, so yeah, the content creator pack. This drive-in service station, this one here. I was thinking about putting that in, and then just kind of decorating around it, but it only lets you use the building once, so kind of stuck. There's this little tiny one, but it fits pretty much anywhere. So I was a little bummed about that, but we've got a couple other options. We got the rail shopping center, but we aren't really near a railroad. Near a railroad. I can't talk right now. We got the small office building. So there's consideration of, like, I didn't really do anything here yet. It's probably something I'll work on, because I wanted to put in some ploppables and stuff. And like I said, I really wanted to do the gas station thing, but I didn't do that. And can't do that. So I really want to just check it out. My idea is to put a couple of things in there, though, and fill it in and not really let it be a waste of space, so to speak. Go like that. Bring this road in. Try with the freeform tool to grab this. And straight. That's actually not, that's turning out pretty decent. I was only thinking of like a single road before, but now it's messing with me though. It's like, nah, that's not how we want to do things here. No, don't attach. Don't attach. You've got... right there. It's probably not... oh, that's just... that's terrible. That is terribly... try a straight line. I guess that's probably way better than what I just had going on. I was trying to follow the highway, but it doesn't want to let me follow the highway, so I think we'll just stick with that. The idea, though, like I said, is I'll play around with it as I come back in here and I start figuring out the placement of stuff, and we'll put stuff like this in here, the office building. Just kind of try to really get a feel. Like, that's not probably a good spot for that. But get a good feel for it. Get a good feel for how things are going to sit in here. Something like that, I guess. We can leave that there for now. But, eventually the idea is to give the citizens the ability to not have to take some of the other routes around. There's alternate routes, like, throughout this whole mess of spaghetti of roads all through here. So, to be honest, it isn't like a complete mess. These are all like it took me forever to get all this stuff built, and if you paid attention to those episodes, you remember that, and it was a struggle through a lot of this, but it does look good now, so I'm pretty happy with it. Very happy with it, actually. So, all right, I think right now is probably the best point to put a stop to this. Like I said, there's a couple things I really want to fiddle around with before I get going any further on this project. This isn't going to get filled in quite yet. This is going to be housing, because we've got so many other areas of housing that just haven't... Oh, we need to find a dump now. I didn't even think about that. Shoot. All right. That's going to be part of our next episode, too, is figuring that out. Oh, maybe this is why. Never mind. I figured out why. The dump is full. That'll be just a small blip in next week's episode. Anywho, let's go ahead. It's paused. Let's save this. Foosha. And, so yeah, like I say, next week we'll come back. We're going to kind of ignore our housing needs at the moment because we don't have any housing needs, but we'll be focusing on industrial office space, kind of getting a little bit going more in these areas, heading towards the airport there possibly, and, just having a good time and helping to grow Foosha. I mean, we've made 250,000 people in the city. I'm extremely happy about that. I'm glad y'all could be here for this journey. And thank you so much for that. And I'm going to get going now that we've saved. Let's go ahead and save it with this cool picture. That's a cool one. I will see you next week for more City Skylines. And if you want to see any Baldur's Gate 3, catch me a little bit later today. I'm going to go eat something. I am freaking hungry. It's time for lunch. But catch me a little later today for some Baldur's Gate 3. And until then, I will see you next time. And find the button.